check. 1, 2, check, check.
get it now. At this time, I invite the senior class corresponding secretary, Kate and Justin, to the podium.
Please stand for the national anthem. To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Good morning and welcome to all of you. My name is Allison Jordan. I'm the building principal at Granby Junior Senior High School. It is my pleasure to welcome our parents, caregivers, guardians, members of extended family, friends, teachers, and most of all, our graduates. I am joined here on stage by a host of dignitaries who represent both the school leadership team and local government. I am especially pleased to welcome a member of the school committee, including our chair, Jennifer Bartos, and from the Granby Select Board, Ms. Crystal Dufresne. We're also joined today by our keynote speaker and teacher, Kelly Romano, Director of People Services, Megan Shepard, Director of Finance and Operations, Todd Dorman, the Assistant Principal, Juan Rodriguez, and our Senior Class Advisor, Sarah Bearden, and most of all, Superintendent of Schools, Stephen Sullivan. At this time, I ask that you join me in welcoming and acknowledging each of the proud teachers in attendance this morning and part of the Granby Public Schools that have joined us today to share in the celebration of your accomplishment. Please also join me by observing a moment of silence to remember those who are not with us today. Whether it be a classmate, a friend, a teacher, family member, this moment of reflection, remembrance will allow us to include those who are not here today with us as part of today's celebration. Thank you. Today is a day of joy, reflection, and anticipation as we recognize the hard work and dedication that have brought each of you to this moment. Graduates, as I look out at you, I see a group of individuals who have not only excelled academically, but have also grown in character, resilience, and compassion. Over the past 12 years, you have faced challenges, embraced opportunities, and created memories that will last a lifetime. You have supported each other, learned from one another, and have become a family within these walls. You have not only succeeded in your coursework, you have also excelled as active citizens in your community. Through your service, you have demonstrated to our community that you can rely on you to uphold the values and ideals of our society. You have demonstrated that you can and you will serve our community, and that you are active citizens who rise to meet the challenges, the needs, and the responsibilities of our community. Graduation marks not just the end of an academic journey, but also the beginning of countless new paths that we will cross. Throughout life, the people we meet and the connections we make shape us in profound ways. Each person we encounter leaves a mark on our journey, contributing to our growth, our understanding, and our future. As you step forward into the next chapter, remember that every interaction is an opportunity to learn, to inspire, and to be inspired. Embrace these connections for what it is in the crossing of our paths, that we find the true essence of our shared humanity. As you leave this chapter behind and embark on new adventures, remember that the future is not just something that happens to you, it is something that you create. Each of you has the potential to make a meaningful impact on the world. Whether you are heading to college, entering the workforce, or exploring other paths, carry with you the lessons learned and the values instilled during your time here. Take pride in your accomplishments, but also recognize that this is just the beginning. You have gained the skills, you have developed, and character that has built you to serve you in your compass as you navigate the road ahead. While navigating the road ahead, be prepared to yield when life gets tough and exercise extreme caution when faced with challenging circumstances. When approaching a stop sign, be patient and come to a complete stop. Not just because it's the law, but force yourself to slow down and be present in life. Life, as we know, is on the fast track, and it isn't too often that we take a moment to break and truly be present to take it all in. Whatever road you choose, be sure to buckle up. At this time, I'd like to call the senior class president, Emily Tremblay, to the stage.
Good morning, and thank you faculty, families, friends, and students for being here today. Sitting down to write this, I really had no idea where to start. I studied hundreds of graduation speeches on TikTok, made multiple drafts, gave up a few times, then repeated the cycle until I realized that there's just no way to sum up the past 12 years of our lives here at Granby into one speech. So I chose to start from the beginning by talking about the beginning of our senior year. Senior Sunrise was how we kicked off our very last first day here at GHS. We all woke up at 5 a.m. and set up in the parking lot with donuts and energy drinks, waiting for a sunrise that, of course, with our luck, never came. Despite the fact that it was senior sunrise, minus the actual sunrise, it was the kickoff of the very special year that was ahead of all of us. None of us knew that morning what our futures held or what struggles lied in the year ahead of us, but we knew that we were all in it together. That was the first of many unique events we held as a class this year that helped connect us. I feel that our grade as a whole is closer now than we ever have been because of things like Senior Sunrise, or our car wash where Anthony showed off his glorious water shoes, or our senior skip days where we all went to breakfast and watched as the server's eyes widened as 30 high schoolers attempted to pile into a tiny restaurant at 9 a.m. on a random Monday. I hope that when we all look back on our time here at Granby, that we remember the little things that helped to make high school special and memorable. I can confidently say that there is no school quite like Granby. With the graduating class of 48, it is obvious that the relationship we have with each other here at GHS is unique. Most of us have been together since kindergarten, so we've all seen each other go through every awkward phase, big milestones, and all the struggles that growing up has to offer. But we are no longer those young and awkward kids anymore. We are a group of future nurses, firefighters, computer engineers, hairstylists, teachers, athletic trainers, pharmacists, psychologists, volleyball players, swimmers, baseball players, and I could keep going. Looking out at all of you today, I have no doubt in my mind that you will do amazing things and will end up exactly where you're supposed to be. Granby may be small, but the community that it offers is vast. We may not all be best friends, but we all know each other. We know each other's names, voices, faces, and have taken the time to get to know the little things about each other that help to distinguish who we are as individuals. This trait that Granby enlists in us is something that I hope you all carry with you in your next steps in life. I hope that you all take the time to get to know people, learn their names, voices, and faces, and treat them like you've known them since kindergarten. After being together almost every day for the past 12 years, I can confidently say that each one of you has played a part in making me who I am today. While I may be going 800 miles away, I know the town of Granby and the people inside it will always be my home and have given me the foundation I need to succeed. However, after today, we're all going to walk out those doors onto a new path where we get to choose who we want to be. The people I meet in college will not know me the way that you all know me. They won't know that I called myself Gerald and carried around a bucket in my mouth for half of 5th grade, or that my front teeth used to be a mile apart. But that's the beauty of growing up. You get to learn from your past experiences and embarrassing moments to shape the person you want to become and how you want to be perceived by others. I had many conversations with Ms. Jordan over the years about the struggle of being a leader and the toll it can take on you. I have been guilty of letting the negatives of leadership cloud some of my vision of high school, and I'm sure all of us have our own experiences that can get in the way of how we perceive our time here. But I ask that we all take a step back and think about the last 6 years as a whole. The people that are around you have helped to shape your childhood and have helped to build the foundation for your future. As you progress through life, choose to remember the highlights. Think about all the secret potlucks we had with Ms. Morano and Ms. Dufresne. Think about all our field days, Thanksgiving luncheons, class plays, field trips, proms, cotillions, senior nights, pep rallies, Western Mass wins, and the list goes on. Forget about all the bad grades you got, and remember the fact that we're still here graduating today and are starting with a clean slate in college. Forget about all your embarrassing moments, and remember that none of these people are going to remember when you stuttered during a presentation or when our grade was infested with lice. I know we didn't get a fancy overnight class trip, we didn't get to play senior assassin, and we didn't get to have our senior prank water slide. But I hope that when you look back on our time at Granby, that you remember all the good times and are leaving here with fond memories. And I hope you can all forgive me for nagging you for the last 4 years. I'd like to thank the people who dealt with me in my many rants throughout my time in high school. My older sister Shannon for always being my role model and my built-in best friend. My mom for giving me life and everything that it has to offer. For providing me the opportunities that many people would dream to have, and for trusting me in all my decisions and being there to back me up even if they aren't the right ones. My dad for being the person I received my witty personality from. For always being in my corner, even if no one else was, and for always being my shoulder to lean on. And while I may be going far, you're still not off the hook, and I will still be FaceTiming you anytime a light turns on in my car, or if I ever need to fix something. I'd of course like to thank all the teachers who have put up with our grade for all these years. You've been the backbone of our childhood, and have prepared us to the best of your abilities for what is to come, and we are all in debt to you. I'd especially like to thank Ms. Bearden for being our class advisor. She dealt with people when I couldn't, came up with ideas when I ran out, and was the backbone of this celebration today. Lastly, I'd like to thank Rhea, my vice president and best friend. You've been my sounding board, my right-hand man, and we've been joined at the hip since 8th grade. Although we're about to be 800 miles apart, never forget that I'll always be your biggest fan and will always be rooting for you no matter how far apart we are. There will undoubtedly be times in the near future when you're overwhelmed or feeling unprepared, but always remember to look back on the foundation that Granby has built within you. Remember to have passion in everything you do, and don't settle for anything less than what you deserve. Have patience. remember that everyone else is in the same boat as you. Don't be afraid to step up and be a leader. Set goals for yourself. Have confidence in every decision you make. Have integrity and treat the people around you with respect. And lastly, be optimistic about what is to come, and don't let small setbacks ruin your hard work and determination. Many people say that high school is supposed to be the best part of our lives, but I don't think we should let it be. We're only 18 years old, and high school is only a small fraction of our lives. That fraction shouldn't be what defines you as a person. If you didn't have the best time in high school, so what? You have your whole life ahead of you to meet your people, find what you love, and make your life into what you want it to be. High school is just a stepping stone to get where you're supposed to be, and now it's time to jump to the next stone. Wherever you choose to go in life, never forget the lessons that you learned here, and know that you are capable of becoming everything you want to be and more. I wish you all the best of luck, and congratulations to the class of 2024.
At this time, I'd like to call up the senior class treasurer, Madison Bombard.
Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2024. As the class treasurer, I have had the honor of coordinating our class band. Although it has been very challenging, we finally found the perfect one. The gymnasium has always been a place to become a true family. It's where we all come together and show our school spirit. From our senior nights to our pep rallies, this gym has always been our second home. That being said, the class of 2024's gift is to add a Ram logo in the center of our gym floor. I hope this reminds everyone of the late nights cheering on our classmates and the student section taking up the entire picture. I hope this gymnasium becomes as cherished to the classes after us as it was to the class of 2024. I'd also like to say thank you to the class of 2024 and Ms. Bearden for giving me the opportunity to be the treasurer for all 4 years. It has been an honor, and I'm very grateful for this position. Thank you.
The Salutatorian title is given to the senior who has earned the second highest GPA. Corey attended the 77th Annual Student Government Day at the State House in Boston this past April. He also volunteers at the Second Baptist Church in South Hadley and works part-time at Amherst College Dining Hall. In the fall, Corey will be attending the Western New England University studying sport management. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2024, Corey Rondo.
Good morning. Dear friends, faculty, family, and my fellow graduates. Today is a momentous occasion, a culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. As we gather here to celebrate, we can reflect on the journey that has brought us to this point and look forward to the future that awaits us. First and foremost, I want to express my gratitude to our families, to all of our moms who spent countless time and effort to ensure our success, to the dads who would always have our backs, and to our grandparents who showed nothing but love and support. To whoever you have in your life, we must express gratitude for being the reason we stand here today. Your unwavering support, love, and encouragement has been our anchor on our journey. You have stood by us through every triumph and setback, and for that, we are grateful. Your sacrifices have not gone unnoticed, and today, we share this achievement with you. I want to thank the teachers and faculty for everything that you do. Without the mind-numbing hours spent preparing for lessons or lectures, all the time you spend grading our tests and homework, to the extra effort put into fun things such as the pep rally or the spirit week, it all ensured that we would be the best versions of ourselves. We appreciate you guys allowing this school to be a place of learning as well as a place of fun. Alongside all of our time and effort, students and staff have had some pretty fun times together. From Anthony getting stuck in a desk, to Brandon dominating musical chairs twice, to hundreds of pictures of Mrs. Jordan being put around the school, none of this could happen without the backbone of our school, the faculty and staff. Success is a word that carries different meanings for each of us. For some, it's measured by grades, accolades, or accomplishments. For others, it's about personal growth, overcoming challenges, or making a positive impact. Regardless of how we define success, one thing remains certain. It's not merely about reaching the destination. It's about the journey we undertake together. As we stand on the brink of the future, let's hold on to the spirit of discovery that has brought us this far. No matter what you decide to do in the future, it's time to step out into the world as we are ready to explore and make a difference with what we've learned and who we've become. Lastly, I want to take a moment to acknowledge each and every one of you, my friends, my peers, and my fellow graduates. Your hard work, determination, and camaraderie have made this journey unforgettable. Together, we've had a lot of laughs, a lot of learning, and a whole lot of procrastination. From meeting a lot of you back in kindergarten to the notorious 2 weeks off in 2020 to today, we've made countless great memories together. Let's carry those memories we've created and the lessons we've learned as we step into the future, knowing that the bonds we form will always connect us. As we spread our wings and soar towards new horizons. Everyone in this room is destined to make an impact, whether you know it now or not. The truth is, most of us discover where we're headed when we arrive. Our stories are yet to be written, and there is no doubt in my mind that they will be remarkable. Thank you.
The valedictorian title is given to the senior who has earned the highest GPA. Cindy was selected as the recipient of the Superintendent's Award. She is also part of the Granby chapter of the National Honor Society and a member of the Student Council. Cindy volunteers at the Western Mass Rabbit Rescue in Northampton. In the fall, Cindy will be attending the University of Massachusetts in Amherst studying computer engineering. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2024 to Cindy Kusama.
I am so thankful and honored to have the opportunity to speak up here today. Throughout my years in Granby schools, I've made so many memories. Some good, some bad, and some moments that I'll keep in my heart my whole life. I've learned so much and have seen so much. Whether it be a makeshift Dungeons and Dragons campaign, an assignment I know I would have spent way too much time on, or a long graphic novel project from creative lighting, I can look back on these times and be proud of what I accomplished. Our whole class should be proud of what we have accomplished. We've worked hard these past years. Most of us have known each other since kindergarten. That's 13 years of seeing each other almost 180 days a year. Even for those who came by later or those who left in return, we all still know each other, each and every person in our grade. We grew up together and got to know each other through a variety of classes, field trips, and class events. At times, we even saw each other at our best and our worst. Even during difficult times, I've seen all of you work through it and come out stronger. I'm grateful for our close-knit community giving us the ability to get to know each other. I'm grateful I can say no matter where life takes us, I know we'll be okay. I would have never been able to achieve this without the help of others. I want to thank my family for all the support they gave me my entire life. My parents and siblings were there to help me when I needed it. My mom especially made home a safe place. My brother Edward was willing to reach out when I was having a hard time, and I knew I could just talk about whatever dumb things I had in mind when I was with you. I want to thank my friends for making school enjoyable. They gave me a reason to look forward to school, and I don't know if I would have gotten through junior and senior year without them. Last but certainly not least, thank you to the teachers and faculty for your patience and all the effort you put into making us students had to help.
did, and for everything you have taught us. I can safely say that though we are leaving the district we spent our whole lives growing up in, this is not the end of our journey, but only the beginning. It is a part of our lives we learned and grew in, and we will take this knowledge with us wherever we go. We have all the time we need in the future. We will continue to plant the seeds in each of the gardens that are all our lives. As this first plant has finished maturing, we can start new beginnings and find new places to go. Congratulations again to the class of 2024.
I'd like to call the senior class recording secretary, Grace Roy, to introduce today's commencement speaker.
Months ago, when we started discussing graduation and who would be our commencement speaker, there was no doubt in my mind who it would be. Many of us have had the pleasure of being in her class in sophomore year and some even freshman year. She pushes us every day to be the best versions of ourselves. Over the past 3 years of having her as a teacher, she's gone above and beyond. She is always willing to listen to you, give you advice, and even give a different perspective on the situation. Her class never failed to turn a bad day into a great day. Being in her class was always my favorite part of my day. Our historical fiction class my sophomore year felt like an episode of The Office every day. Every time something wild would happen, we'd make eye contact like Jim makes eye contact with the camera. She was never mad at our class. I remember one day she pretended to be mad. However, I knew she wasn't actually being serious because she wouldn't even look at me. Eventually she did, and we both started laughing. I could keep going on about every story of this class, but there's a time limit. So, long story short, no other class could ever top it. I love when we would send each other TikToks and Instagram Reels through our school emails. However, sometimes I'd be scared of getting my email privileges revoked. My favorite part of AP Gov this year was creating our neighborhood on Hay Day, even though we both ended up leaving after 2 months because only 3 of us were still playing. Over the past 3 years, Mrs. Romano has become my best friend. She's one of the first people to know when something new happens in my life. I truly don't think I'd be standing up here today if it wasn't for her. She has helped me through the challenging days, even when things in both of our lives were not going as planned. And now, without further ado, please welcome this year's class of 2024's commencement speaker, Mrs. Kelly Romano.
Introduction. And thank you to the class of 2024 for inviting me to speak today. 3 years ago, I stood on this stage, just as terrified of public speaking as I am today. And I gave a commencement address to a class I adored. After basking in post-commencement address euphoria for a short time, I worried I might not ever feel so connected to a graduating class again. Until the class of 2024. In preparing for today, I found myself drawn to the words from a famous quote. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. I'm crying. There's onions back here, I swear. These words resonate deeply with me as I stand before you feeling incredibly fortunate to have had the opportunity to be a part of your lives. You see, this class and I have grown up together at Granby Senior High School. We started here in the fall of 2018. This is the first and possibly only group I have had since they were freshmen. But we've been introduced in waves. I'm sure many of you have blocked out the memory of modern American history via Zoom in the 9th grade. I know I've tried to. But sophomore year was when I got to know you much better. Many of us spent a wild year in historical fiction, which, despite the great reads, was more memorable because of the full-court basketball game in my classroom, the infamous subnote, and the general chaos. As your junior year began, I looked forward to meeting more of you in U.S. History 2 and English 11, but it was a hard year. I couldn't seem to catch a break after my first year teaching. We were remote for a while, hybrid, back in person. And when things started to feel normal again, life, as I knew it, came to a screeching halt. For those of you who don't know, my husband was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia in October of 2022. We were blindsided, but the reality is, you never know what's coming for you. For the remainder of that school year, I was absent at least one day per week. I had a lot of time to think during my many drives back and forth to Boston, during which I doubted myself, often, because teaching is a demanding profession, and I didn't feel like I could keep up with it anymore. After all, it had been a long few years, to say the least. I think that maybe there comes a time in every teacher's career when we ask ourselves if this is really what we want to do for the rest of our lives. We hit a road bump, question if teaching is our true calling. I can remember lying awake at night thinking about my sub-plans and hoping they were adequate enough. I crossed my fingers that the students were being kind to Mrs. Falsetti in my absence. In spite of the imposter syndrome I almost always felt, I resolved to look at the silver lining. Close friends of ours created fundraisers for my husband and me, and we watched as the outpouring of love and support flooded it. Familiar names from my grade books popped up in the GoFundMe. Sorry. Cards and letters of encouragement were left on my desk with handwriting that I had only seen on class assignments. Students. It reminded me again that the reality is you never know what's coming for you. While I certainly wouldn't wish cancer on anyone, it was then I realized what unique advantages we've been given that most people don't ever have the privilege of experiencing. My husband and I have been able to witness the impact we've made on entire communities. Friends and colleagues used to joke that when you're a teacher, you're in it for the outcome, not the income. My parents reminded me that it's a more rewarding career than most. Well, there was the proof, right before my eyes. These very students cared about me just as much as I do about them. And it's a feeling you never forget. I've become strong proponents of telling people how you truly feel about them since the diagnosis that rocked my world. So, seeing as how it's your last day at Granby Junior Senior High School, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you the impact that each and every one of you has had on my life. It has been such a privilege being your teacher. Even if you don't remember what happened during the Progressive Era, can no longer define enumerated powers, have forgotten the major themes of The Great Gatsby, and can't think of the lyrics to I'm Just a Bill, I hope you never fail to recall the many laughs that we've shared, your 18th birthday celebrations, our Shirley Temple Fridays, our mini book club, our JCPenney family photos, the many smiles and good mornings at the beginning of each day, and so much more. For many people, their 9 to 5, or in my case, 7 to 3, is just a job. I'm privileged to say that the students who inhabit my classroom each day have become my second family. They've taught me many lessons about how to be a better teacher and a better person. They've challenged me like you wouldn't believe. But most importantly, they've been the constant reminder I need to start fresh each day and roll with the punches. I've learned the hard way over the last 2 years that you never truly know what others are going through. So, if you can be that person who checks in and listens, that saves space. You can change your life or two. Now, as you prepare to embark on the next chapter of your lives, I'd like to share a few pieces of advice I've learned along my own journey, in the hopes that they may serve as guiding lights as you navigate the uncertainties of the future. First and foremost, take pride in who you are. Today is more than just celebrating your academic achievements. It's also about celebrating the unique individuals that you are, with your own strengths, passions, and dreams. Each of you brings something special to the table, and it's important to recognize and embrace the qualities that make you who you are. Take pride in your uniqueness. You are not defined by your grades, your accomplishments, or your accolades. You are defined by the qualities that make you one of a kind. Embrace your quirks, your flaws, your imperfections, for they are what make you truly special. That brings me to my next piece of advice. Never underestimate the power of courage and perseverance. Courage is the inner strength that enables you to persevere in the face of adversity, to stand up for what you believe in, and to overcome even the greatest of the obstacles. Life is full of twists and turns, ups and downs, but it's those who refuse to give up who ultimately achieve greatness or peace. Remember that every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger. A very wise friend told me a couple years ago when we started our cancer journey, "You'll find strength you never knew you had." How right she was. I mentioned earlier that it's been a long few years, but I'm grateful to share that my husband has been in remission since December of 2022. And has been successfully recovering from a bone marrow transplant since May of 2023. So, here's your reminder that sometimes roadblocks are just that. You'll find another route or a way to get through the obstacles. But keep pushing ahead and know that all lights turned off can be turned on. And third, cherish the relationships that have shaped you. As you move forward in life in a world that can often feel chaotic and uncertain, remember to take the time to nurture and cultivate the relationships that matter most. These connections will sustain you through all the ups and downs and will bring richness and meaning to your journey. After all, I wouldn't be on this stage if it weren't for the relationships we've developed, and I certainly could not have made it through the last 2 years without my village. As I conclude, I want to leave you with this. Today might close one chapter of your lives, but it opens up so many others. And the reality is, you never know what's coming for you. Embrace the uncertainty. Hold fast to your dreams. Congratulations, class of 2024. You're the greatest thing we've ever lost.
At this time, I'd like to introduce the Superintendent of Schools, Stephen Sullivan.
Thank you. This is now the second time I've had to follow Ms. Romano. We're going to have to change the order of this thing. Good morning, parents, friends, faculty, and most importantly, class of 2024. Today is a day of celebration and reflection. 6 years ago, in late August, you all embarked on a journey at Granby Junior Senior High School as eager 7th graders. At that time, we knew nothing about Zoom or social distancing, 3D printing. Well, maybe some of you knew about 3D printing. or ChatGPT. It is always amazing to think back on how much the world has changed from year to year, but it is really something when you're thinking back 6 years. Some of the days have been long and full of challenges, but the years are short. Over the past year, and more specifically the past few weeks, I've paid attention to how much you have all grown and changed. As principal, I have the fortune of seeing you every day in the hallways and cafeteria. But in this role, the view is much closer to 10,000 feet, and I don't always get the same level of detail. The past few weeks have helped me think back on my own memories of this class. In the early days, it was all about navigating life at the junior-senior high school and the challenges, academic and some social. Now it is about your achievements and your legacy. A Western Mass Boys Volleyball Championship when boys volleyball didn't exist when you entered the door. An original participant in Granby's Junior Firefighter Academy. A first Western Mass Boys Soccer Championship. And an effort to bring meaning to the dinosaur on our front lawn that symbolizes the community that we want to be, welcoming and inclusive of all. As you stand on the brink of new adventures, whatever they may be, it's clear that you're leaving the Granby Public Schools better than you found it. Your contributions to this community, inside and outside the classroom, have been profound. You've shown resilience, compassion, and a relentless drive for excellence. From organizing fundraisers and providing childcare at town meetings, to setting the record for most steps taken in a hallway during a school day. Interning at East Meadow, representing the Rams in sports, helping classmates, or simply spreading joy in the hallways, your impact has been larger than you can imagine. I see you smiling there, Jordan. While your academic accomplishments deserve applause, it's your character that truly shines. You've demonstrated the power of kindness, the importance of empathy, and the value of meaningful connections. You've taught us that true greatness is not just about what we achieve, but about the care and support we offer others. As we part ways today, remember that your legacy isn't just in your grades or awards. It's in the lives you've touched, the smiles you've brought, and the memories you've created. Step into the world with confidence and continue to leave a lasting legacy wherever your path may lead, and never forget that your foundation was built here in Granby. Congratulations to the class of 2024. Now, Mrs. Jennifer Bartos, School Committee Chair, and the members of the Granby School Committee, I present to you the class of 2024. By the power vested in me as Superintendent of Schools in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I certify that these 47 students have satisfactorily completed the scholastic requirements set forth by the Granby School Committee and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and are entitled to receive their diplomas. I will now call up School Committee Chair, Mrs. Jennifer Bartos.
Good morning. On behalf of the Granby School Committee and the committee as a whole, I accept as qualified for graduation the class of 2024. I congratulate all of you on the completion of your program of studies and will now award you your diplomas.
The kids. Okay. You guys. Emily Diane Tremblay. You take it. Rhea Marie Gagnon. Madison Stacy Lombard. Peyton Rhea Justin. Grace Ann Roy. Cindy Angelina Husamo. Corey Joseph Rondo. Danny Alcides Alexander. Zachary High Auclair. Benjamin Kiefer Berger. Annabella Teresa Brown. Isabella Taylor Bumgarner. Chloe Lynn Castro. Sierra Ann Charest. Randy Joe Dumas. Jay Dwinell. Andrew Thomas Feldman. Jackson Bryce Flowers. Sophia Bell Gagnon. Nicolas Benicio Grandmont. Anthony Raul Gregorio. Jessica Amber Holowich. Henry William Jenks. Spencer Henry Labonte. Abigail Cecilia Landry. Sarah Elizabeth Lassard. Neil John Lindbergh. Tia Nicole Looney. Camden Antonio Lopez. Good job, dude. Madeline Elizabeth Millette. Connor James McDonald. Kira Faye McKinnon. Brandon Anthony Menard. Thomas Fernando Anthony Merced. Matthew Carlos Monted. You all turn to me. Nicholas Thomas Mishazek. Just kidding, Nick. Skip right over you. Sorry, Nick. Colin Joseph Murdoch. Maya Che Knott. Margaret May O'Connor.
I don't know yet.
Adriana Lee Prim. David Silchuk. Philip Silchuk. Noelle Catherine Lydia Summerlin. Michael Clifton Swanigan. Jordan Daniel View Reed. Deus Joshua Guzman.
At this time, I'd like to invite the senior class vice president, Ray Gagnon, to the stage.
Good morning, and thank you for coming to the class of 2024 Granby High School graduation. My name is Ray Gagnon, and I'm the senior class vice president. First, I would like to congratulate all of the seniors for making it to this big milestone in our lives. These past 4 years have been a roller coaster of challenges, but also successes. We truly could not have done it without the help of everyone in this room. From the little things like helping us with our homework to figuring out what our next step in life is, we could not have done it without the help and support from the GHS staff or our loved ones. So thank you so much. We weren't able to do everything we wanted to our senior year, but I would really like to thank those select students who would always participate in fundraisers and class events. That doesn't go unnoticed. Us class officers really appreciate you, and we wouldn't have been able to do most of the things we did without you, so thank you. I would also like to thank the GHS staff and administration for teaching us and dealing with us, but also being a role model for who to be as a person. The whole school has always felt so welcoming and safe, and that is because of you. Next, I would like to thank our parents and families for being there for us at all times, helping us when we needed it, and giving us the love and support we needed throughout those important years of our lives. I would also like to give a big thank you to our class president, Emily Tremblay, and our class advisor, Ms. Bearden. They do so much for our class that goes so unnoticed. Emily has spent countless hours after school putting together so many different fundraisers, events, and activities. Our class would not have been able to do nearly anything if it wasn't for her, so thank you so much, Emily. Ms. Bearden stepped up to be our class advisor this year and quickly became the backbone of the senior class. She was always there to listen to our ideas and make them into realities. We truly would not be having the celebration today without her and all she has done. Thank you so much, Ms. Bearden. Now, thank you to the Booster Club for always providing our student athletes with resources and making our senior night so memorable. Thank you to all the photographers that helped capture the class of 2024 over the years. And a big thank you to Sapowski's Farm for donating these beautiful flowers you see in front of me. Lastly, I would like to thank all of my classmates. Most of us have known each other since preschool or kindergarten, and that time has flown by. Even through all of our obstacles, I wouldn't have rathered a different class. We are like a family. We each have our differences in groups, but at the end of the day, we are all there to support each other and be there when someone needs it. Thank you guys so much for these past 12 years. I wouldn't have rathered spending them with anyone else. Congratulations, class of 2024. I wish you the best of luck in your future, and never forget, once around, always around. Thank you.
like to extend my sincere appreciation to the following contributors of today's commencement ceremony. Shaylin Hochschild for designing the program cover in Mr. Kearns' graphics class, and G-Cam for recording today's ceremony. Sarah Bearden and Brian Cipolletta are school counselors for all their behind-the-scenes work. Tammy Justin and Natalie Lacoste for their services preparing the graduation program. Mr. Todd Dorman for his continuous support through the year. The Granby Junior Senior High School staff for being you and taking such good care of our students. Mark Dufel in the maintenance department for today's setup and breakdown of the ceremony. 95 photos for always capturing the perfect moments. And the Granby Booster Club for their continued support of our students throughout the entire year. Granby Police and Fire for always keeping our kids safe. And the town of Granby for your support while preparing for today's ceremony. Sapelski's for the beautiful arrangements you see here today. The Sentinel newspaper for putting together the graduation spread for our seniors and families. The class of 2024 for allowing us to be part of your journey. And in closing, I want to leave you with a thought to carry with you on your journey ahead. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." Each of you possesses unique talents and strengths and a resilience that has brought you to this point. As you step into your next chapter of your lives, remember that the true power lies within you. You have the ability to shape your future, to overcome your challenges, and to make meaningful differences in the world. Trust in your abilities, remain true to yourselves, and never stop striving for excellence. The world is full of possibilities, and I am confident that each and every one of you will achieve great things. Congratulations to the class of 2024. It has been an honor to be part of your journey. Thank you.